for having me here tonight. And thank you for that little call up right there. That's awesome. I'm here because, well, God has opened a door that's quite interesting. I'm an urban missionary here in Calgary. I used to be a pastor, and now I get paid to dance. And I'm telling you, I like my new job. I think it's really fun. I go into schools and I teach kids and teenagers how to do crazy things like break dance. I don't spin on my head though. It's like I'm almost 40 and that's kind of ridiculous. But that's my job. And one of the things that I do is I produce shows in our city, dance shows. And last year I walked into this theater, Theater Grand Junction downtown, and it's probably my favorite theater in all of Calgary. And I walked in with my friend, we were watching a show there, I said, this is it. This is the theater we're getting next year. And we both laughed because it's completely ridiculous, because no one gets in there. You have to apply, and it's kind of funny. And so, anyways, I just applied, and we got in. And no. And every time anyone asks me now, I'm like, yeah, it had to be God. You know, it's such a great testimony to Him. And then we also, because it's going to cost us about $30,000, which is a lot more than my shows are usually budgeted at. My highest budget show was like $6,000, and that was a big step. And now we're going to $30,000, and I'm like, whoa, that's a little whoa. So I was getting my hair done at Head Candy downtown. That's my place. And and Hotel Arts is right there. And I was just, my stylist said, you should do a fundraiser. That's a really good idea. And so I was just walking by Hotel Arts, and I've always wanted to throw a really good party there. Now, when I say party, don't take that the wrong way, okay? And so I went in and I talked to the event manager, and she said, oh yeah, let's do it here. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it here. What a great idea. And so it's really interesting that this show is in the two probably most elite places downtown, in the arts community. Theater Grand Junction and Hotel Arts. And I'm thanking God that He's opened these doors. But we also have to get the word out about it. I put a little brochure back by the food, because I figured you'd go to the food. Yeah. So you can also see this too. Yeah. And in here, it just explains what the show is about. All my shows are based on social justice issues. This year, our show is based on women's vulnerabilities like eating disorders, cutting, domestic violence, trafficking, all sorts of issues like that. And so it tells you what the show's about. We're fundraising for a new initiative. Talk about another brave woman. Sarah Curdy from First Assembly is starting a ministry for girls that are pregnant. We're not exactly sure what it's going to look like. If it's going to be a shelter or if it's going to be just an outreach. But we're raising money for her initiative, which she's totally believing by faith for right now. I really believe it is a year of God's favor, and He's pushing His people to dream a little bigger. And it's scary. It makes you want to pee your pants, is what it does. And being a mom, that could happen right there.
There it is.
I do just want to say, like, why would people support the arts? And I was chatting with one of my bosses, Karen Sutt. She owns a studio here in Calgary, a Christian studio. And we were talking about, why the church should, care about the arts. And it's because that's where people are. Makes sense, right? People who come to see our shows are not necessarily Christian, and my shows aren't necessarily Christian. We might drop some things that might challenge a Christian, actually, because we believe in keeping it raw and real to the issue. I don't know if you've seen, She Has a Name, about human trafficking. My friend Jamie Popoff helped produce that. And it was challenging. Like it had some interesting topics and language in there. But again, it's so important that we as the church and as the body support the arts, because it's not just about reaching people with a message. It goes beyond the gospel. It goes beyond outreach. It's about kingdom coming to earth. And it's about switching atmospheres. And it's about prophetically, through a production, speaking into the heart of a culture and making a shift in the spirit realm and also in the hearts of people. And so I believe that it's quite powerful. And so right now, I'm just throwing the seed out. Ever since this happened and God just slowly started to release this to be a reality, I have just thrown out the cloth because my husband is scared spitless of this project. He's like, are you sure? Are you sure? You know, and so I've thrown it out. I'll tell you one little quick story of an example that gave me some faith for it. One of the schools I was teaching at, the teacher said to me, we would like you to apply for our grant because our grant, is for people like what you're doing. And I'm like, that's great. I'd love to apply for the grant. How much is it for? And she's like, $10,000. And I'm like, yeah, we will. Yeah, we're applying, and I don't know if I got that grant, but that very morning I was like, oh God, there's no way. I just didn't want to do it. I said, you know what, this is a great thing, but let's just can it now before it just, doesn't happen. And then that happened. And so that was God saying, keep going, keep walking in faith. And in the words of my good friend, Greg Denis from Legacy One, he says Christians need to be on the cutting edge of culture. And so that's what we're trying to do. And so I just put it out there just for you to, first of all, pray with us. Second of all, give us money. And even if you have silent auction items that you'd like to donate to our party, that's what we're doing. Or art. I love artists. So if you're an artist, we need to connect. You're an artist? Love you. You're an artist? Love you.
Okay, so when is the fundraiser?
April 7th.
On April 7th. Okay, so what kind of stuff are you guys looking for in terms of donations, first of all? What, just anything? Like what, is there anything particular?
No, anything.
Anything. Make sure it's good though. You don't want, second-hand junk.
I got
This is
a pair of
high-end.
sneakers.
So, listen, we're going to pray for you. When we take our offering, normal tithes and offerings over there, if the Lord's put it on your heart to give a little something into this, would you mark on the envelope for Connie Jacob? Should they mention the name, or should they, what's the...
Impact. Make sure you spell it's M.
Impact, okay.
The letter M.
And we're going to leave we'll leave one over there. When you're done, just go throw one by the demo machine there. Then you can see the Impact. Mark Connie Jacob with Impact, and we'll make sure it gets to her. We're going to pray for her, and we're going to just bless her.
Yeah.
It's funny that the message tonight speaks exactly to what you're doing. So, and I know it's to other people as well. God is doing something right now in this city. And you and I have both been in Calgary forever doing stuff. And, we always hear it every year, this is the year. There is something different about 2013. There is something different going on here. And so we're going to bless. Can we just stand? We're going to reach out our hands to Connie tonight. If I could have a couple of ladies that know Connie to come lay hands on her. Unless